Welcome, my friends, to the fifth and final conclusion review of the X-Pro1 over here on my little trip to Busch Gardens when paired with the XF 55-200 lens. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I just want to let you know how relevant this camera is in 2016, just like it was in 2012. This camera's gone through quite a few firmware updates, 16 of them actually, and today stands as a completely separate camera than when it was released. So let's actually just take a real quick look at it. What you're going to see are all JPEGs that were transferred directly to my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. That's what I'm actually recording all of this video on right now. These were transferred using the iFi Mobi Pro card from the X-Pro1, and we're actually using the iFi app to look at these images directly, so you can see here. And I just wanted to let you know also that I'm using the A to Z recorder in order to record all this. Just for those of you that are asking, the point here to show is just to kind of tell you the conditions for which I was using it, and straight out of the camera what I was getting. So as you can see earlier, we have some really cool shots, nice little images, nice and sharp little guys, just of Busch Gardens, you know, there's just from birds and eagle and stuff like that, a little wolf. Some of the things that I was concerned with, I wanted to get roller coasters. You know, these are fast moving objects. I wanted to be able to freeze the actual image and get these pictures, and this is zoomed in like 3:1. And look how nice of an image that turned out to be. Of course, I realized early on that 1/250th of a second wasn't going to do it for a roller coaster, or 1/125th. So you know, we'll move on along with that later. But as we continue to look, I did kind of nail it. And so roller coasters are something that are kind of tough to capture. And so when you look right here, this I don't know how far away I am from these guys, but this roller coaster is tall. I'm easily 400 feet if I'm at any distance, and I'm zoomed all the way in. Let's actually go right here to the EXIF information. So I'm not even zoomed all the way in. I'm zoomed into 110 millimeters, so I could have zoomed further. I guess I didn't zoom so much that time because I wanted to kind of frame this little loop right here. And I'm at 1/1000th of a second, f4.5. And I'm using ISO 1000. The reason that this is important, I also have a polarizing filter on here. The reason that this is important is because you guys know how bright the sun and the sky can be. You know, this is a very backlit area. I wish there were some clouds to show a little bit of contrast. That would have been cool. But we still are able to get amazing detail from such a long distance away. So I was really quite pleased with that. And of course, I'm shooting in continuous, and since it locks on focus with the first shot, you know, all the other shots are in focus until they kind of move out of it. And in fact, all of these in this particular area are in focus. I'm actually sitting at Tapper's Steakhouse, and that's the little thing down here in the corner that you see. That's an umbrella from somebody that's close to me. Anyways, I thought that was pretty neat. I wanted to show you those. Moving on along, I want to pull into this little pet show, The Secret Life of Predators. And when you're using the 55-200 over here, you're going to notice that she's within arm's length of me. And so I'm inside of the minimum focus distance. So this is really not the lens to use to try to photograph things close up. But hey, this is what we got. As soon as she started to move away and walk further away from me, I was able to begin to grab a lot more focus. Now, what happened was they let some birds out, an owl, and as it came out, I just was not able to grab it. I couldn't catch it fast enough, although now I've framed the shot. The contrast-based autofocus on the first shot when I started shooting this grabbed these vertical lines right here rather than the actual bird that I was trying to capture. And once again, since I'm in high-speed sequential shooting, if the first shot's out of focus, all shots are out of focus. I suppose I could have changed that had I been using low-speed continuous shooting. It'll focus in between there. But high-speed sequential, if you don't nail it on the first shot or focus zone it, then you won't get it at all. And the birds are tough. By far, these were the most difficult things for me to photograph. They were very difficult to capture for me. And they move around. These guys are fast, man. Birds are fast. Also, when I did manage to get some in focus, this pedestal's about an arm's length in front of me. So as he was landing, how cool would it have been to have captured this bird? This bird's called Attila. Nice detail and everything, but you can see the wing here is in focus, but the face is out of focus. That just shows you the compression that you get with a telephoto lens. and the small depth of field. So even though the bird's about 1.5 feet long, its butt's in focus and its nose isn't, its beak's not. It's just crazy how these things fly. And as it's flying, you know, I just can't get it. I didn't nail it on that first shot, couldn't get it. And right here, now you see some reflection from a sun ray in there from the polarizing filter. So here we grabbed it, but then now what's happened here is this was a good shot, but this is actually motion blur. For me, because I'm using 1/250th of a second, and if you're going to photograph birds, especially birds in flight, you got to be a lot quicker than that. Now, I don't usually photograph birds, so I usually photograph people, and they don't at weddings, and they don't really need that much. Here's another cool shot. Once again, 1/250th, and you can see this is actually really great focus. Look at the fur, but there's motion blur from this wolf. You know, go ahead and chowing down on some meat. All in all, I think that it did quite well, and this is a really cool shot right here. The wolf was much, much easier for me to capture in focus, and here, once again, there's motion blur on the wolf. You can see that we've got our logs are in focus. It may have actually locked a little bit on the background, but it's all kind of far away, and definitely there is some motion blur on the wolf. Once again, 1/250th of a second. Where's that cool shot of the wolf? Yeah, there he's flying. The wolf's flying there. So I want to show you a couple of more photos. Those were kind of uninteresting. Let's go right here. Where do we go? So just a nice picture of the family roar at the Land of the Dragons. Ira's going crazy. Everybody's kind of doing their own little thing, just having some fun, just different color representations on a boat. And this is from a boat, you know, lots of nice detail. What are we zoomed in right there? Okay, 55 millimeters, so I must have been just passing it on the little boat ride. Once again, really nice clear shot. It was our harbor master. Oh, like that. So I remember this when I was further away, or at least I thought I was. So 55 millimeters, they must have been just coming out. And look at this. Nice detail on these guys, all the way up here. Of course, as we zoom in to 2 and 3 to 1, we lose a little bit of resolution. But that's because we're zooming in farther than 1 to 1, just to kind of show you. And even here, look at this nice. You can see all these people's feet and everything. Too bad they're not facing us. They've been going the other way. So I really wanted to give the thing a run for its money on these fast-moving objects because I figured, hey, why not? But also have some time to take some family portraiture. And this is using the fill flash with the EFX20. And notice here I'm at 1/125th of a second. It says that flash did not fire. Flash did fire. So I don't understand why the EXIF information does not include that. But nice, smiley people. You can even see there's some red eye reduction required for Robert's eyes. And then I like this because the last name is Hamm, pigs in a kilt. And here are my hams, my little piglets. Thought that was funny. And then here we are in a sky cart, and I thought this was pretty great. So I'm zoomed in 200 millimeters, and bam! Of course, no flash on this one because it wouldn't have helped even if I'd used it. And I just thought that was pretty cool. But they weren't all pretty cool. That one's a good one, and then that one's not. So the contrast-based autofocus is can be easily confused. See, here it was able to pick up on these vertical lines very easily, and even these horizontal lines. But here it wasn't able to pick up so easily because of what's in the background. And we were all moving at a constant rate of speed. Even there, it didn't do so well. So anyways, as we continue, my boy, very happy, both of them. Once again, here, I thought this was awesome. They were just dropping these guys down from whatever that ride is called. I have no desire to go on that one particularly. And then, you know, just taking a picture of the sweetheart and the son as they're walking away. This guy right here, thought he was cool. He was trying to carry this thing so tough. But most importantly, let's move into something that I thought the camera was going to have the hardest time doing, but it turned out to be, in my opinion, the absolute best. We're over here currently, and I'm shooting roll out the barrels. Now, up until about halfway through the session, I had a polarizing filter on. I forgot about it because I'd been shooting outside, and that polarizing filter gave me about 1 2/3 to 2 stops of light reduction. So I'm going to take it off later, and it's going to be even better. But look at this right now. This is excellent detail. This is ISO 5000, 1/125th of a second. and we're at 55 millimeters. I'm sitting right in front of the stage, and we're able to capture quite a bit. And I just thought the detail in all of this, there's a haze in the air because they had let off a little bit of smoke in order to get the effect of these lights. Notice all the different colors of lights. We've got green lights, tungsten lights, we've got blue lights, we've got white lights, and we're still getting a really nice color balance from auto white balance on these guys. That's amazing. Something else that happened, you'll notice that on these shots, there'll be very few missed shots. Now, these guys are running and jumping and flipping and doing all kinds of stuff because they're rolling out the barrel. It's about a beer keg who's going to be the next brewmeister, right? And there's lots of stuff that goes on, but the focus here is exceptionally excellent. It didn't do so great in some other conditions, specifically the birds and stuff, but for these guys, it did excellent. I was just amazed, and I didn't expect it. Combine that with the high ISO performance of, I mean, look, this is clean, man. This is nice and clean. This is really quite good. I mean, it's excellent. It's not even quite good. This is absolutely excellent. So here we've missed our first shot as far as focus. I'm okay with that. We've done a great job. Look, we even captured this guy doing a flip with this girl. How cool is that? I'm going to go ahead and move that so we can see a little bit larger of an image. Let's see. Let's come back into there. For some reason, it wanted to give me a little trouble. Let's look. Okay, great. So these look, they're using purple now. So even though they're using purple light up here, mixed with white light coming in over there for stage light, we still have a beautiful color balance on them right there. And look at this. So there's some real harsh lighting. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 different colors of lights just on this one girl right here. And if you've ever shot anything on stage, you'll notice how difficult it is based on this contrasty backlighting and the black and the whites of all the lights and the different colors can make it quite difficult. And we're still able to get great detail, but not just detail on the performers because they're lit up. Look at the detail in the background and in the shadows. We're not losing a whole bunch of mess in the shadows. It's a very respectable, very usable image. These images are great. So it's about this time here that I realized, man, oh, that's right. My little polarizing filter is still on. And I think it was right after photographing this guy right here. This shot, I absolutely love this shot. Missed the focus just a little bit. It's focused here, but we actually have motion blur because he's singing. And that kind of sucked. And that's when I was like, oh, we got to switch it up. And sometime around now, I'm going to switch to, I'll take the polarizing filter off. There it is. And I've switched to 1/250th. Still at ISO 5000, but I'm at f3.5. And so that helped me quite a bit. And so all of these images, like I said, were transferred directly to the camera from the iFi Mobi Pro card. And let's go back out because it decided to mess it up again. And they were transferred to here to my phone, my Galaxy S7 Edge. And that's what we're looking at right now. So we're looking at these images on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. I think this image is amazing. They're lighting the stage with these purple and blue and neon lights, and I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful shot, especially with the performer and how she's actually posing. She was looking straight at me, and so it was nice that she was interacting so well with the camera. And me, of course, there, I missed it, but then turned right around, and the lighting changed slightly. Now look at this beautifully white-balanced image that we've got right here. Look at the detail, even at her eyes and everything, and her little wisps of hair. Even the subtle grain that's in the background, which, remember, it's not so much grain in the background. That's some smoke and smog they put in there, so it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you can even see her little tiny hairs that are on her arm. So I just think that the camera did exceptionally well. And there she is smiling once again. So, is the camera a good camera to use? Absolutely. There's a reason the camera is still going strong after 4 years. And right now, the camera for the body only is $500 because the X-Pro2 is out. So I got mine, and it was made 2015, the fourth quarter. It was the 28th camera made. You can tell that by your serial number. And it is just performing excellently. So if you're looking to pick up a first body or get into a pro level camera, and you know you're trying to get into the FUJI system, the X-Pro1 is a great place to start. Why would you start with the X-Pro1? Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to test it here, but one of my favorite things about the X-Pro1 is the viewfinder. It's got an optical viewfinder with a magnified optical viewfinder as well, so you can switch between like 0.35 and 0.67 magnification optically. Now the 55 to 200 FX lens doesn't give you a lot of advantage because you don't see the framing lines the same, but the 18 to 55 f2.8 to 4 does, and so that's a pretty interesting way to use the camera. So that's one of the reasons that I like it. Another one is that it's just beautiful. It's built like a tank. It feels great, and I've really enjoyed it. So it's a big thumbs up. Of course, your mileage might vary, but I'd like to know what you think. Leave your comments and questions and thoughts down below, and we'll get back to you. Hey guys, once again, I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube at /RobertHammPhotography. You can catch me over on Twitter at RobHammPhoto. I hope that you enjoyed this review, and I can't wait to hear what you got to say. You guys stay easy and keep shooting. Talk to you later.